All right. All right. Good evening, cyber friends, Mitty Man. Coming at you again from Walker's Music. And this is another word for today. And matter of fact, it's a special edition. Matter of fact, this is not going in accordance with the walk through the word, the yearly walk. But we are deviating a little bit because I'm not going to do the Christmas story until next week. But I decided that I would take this moment in time to try to expound on and let everybody know on a video I did a little while back. And I was telling you that if Christ was, his blood could not be stained with sin. Therefore, no man, human being could have been a part of this here particular conception. We give God the glory and we give him the praise as usual. And hopefully this video won't be no more than about 5 minutes, no more than 10. But I got to say this, people. Wanted to get you to understand. Isaiah 7:14, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. God himself gave us a sign. God did it. God gave us a sign. He said, this shall be a sign to you. The virgin shall conceive. Oh, wow. People, come on, come on. Look at what God did. He said, this is going to be the evidence. This is the sign that my son is going who he said he is. And his name shall be called Emmanuel, meaning God with us, people. Look, Jesus is the God man. Okay, let me say it again. Jesus is the God man. He was fully God and fully man. People, don't ask me to explain that. That's above my pay grade, as Barack Obama would say. That's above my pay grade, and it's above yours too. We cannot understand it, but guess what? We got to take God's word for it. Now, I know a lot of you saying, how could this be? Well, with God, thou shall nothing be impossible. Remember that. That's in the scripture. Y'all remember when we first started to walk this year through the word, back on December the 1st. Remember the Garden of Eden? And when Satan got man to disobey God, man's spirit died. God had told him, the day you eat of this fruit, of this tree, of the knowledge of good and evil, you will surely die. And guess what? Man surely died right then. He did. Spiritually. Oh, he didn't die physically, but he died spiritually. Everybody was born after Adam, were born into this world with a dead spirit. We did not know no God. We couldn't feel God because we didn't have no spirit. Our spirit was dead. We were separated from God throughout eternity. So God planned when he told the serpent and Eve, this is what God told him, said, look at what God said now. God said, I'm going to put enmity between the woman's seed and your seed. That's what he was telling Satan. Now look, everybody that got any sense at all, that knows anything about the human anatomy, knows ain't no woman got no seed. Huh? The seed come from the man. But God said the woman's seed, meaning that this birth was going to have to be miraculously. It wasn't going to come from a man, because a woman don't have a seed. But God said it's going to be the woman's seed. Jesus is the woman's seed because he was planted supernaturally by God himself. God wrapped himself up in flesh and came, because see, the only legal way into this world is through the womb. If God had come in this world any other way but through Mary's womb, he would have been illegal. And therefore redemption would have been null and void. A man sinned and a man had to redeem. Man born of a woman. Now I want y'all to listen to something real quickly, if you please. You saying, how could this be? Well, God is God. He can do what he wants. But just think about it. Adam didn't have no mama at all. Think about it. God created Adam from the dust of the ground. Adam wasn't born naturally either. So why can't God wrap himself up in flesh and get in Mary's womb, or Miriam, because that's what's her name, Miriam. And Joseph really wasn't Joseph. That's the English version. His name was Joseph. Joseph. That's the Hebrew. But at any rate, why couldn't... See, in other words, what we need to stop doing, people, we got to remember, we dealing with God. And anything is possible with God. If God says something, even if God was to say something that's there, even if it wasn't there, by the time God said it'll be there. You can't outdo God, people. We can't outdo God. But it's thank God that Jesus came into the world. His name was Emmanuel, meaning God with us. Jesus was God fully, and he was yet fully man. But he didn't have the seed of the man. His blood didn't come from me. His blood came from his Father. Therefore, making redemption complete. Something had to bleed. That blood was not stained with sin. If Jesus had come the natural way, he would have been just like any other man. And redemption would have been null and void. We will all be going to hell, people, right now. I mean, I realize, and I'm hoping that nobody goes, but according to the scripture, not all that said law going to enter in. Jesus said that himself. But we praying that everybody would go into the kingdom. We want everybody to go to the kingdom. But we know that according to the scripture, there will be some that's not going to make it. But nevertheless, when all is said and done, Jesus was fully God and he was fully man. Don't ask me to explain it. Just take the Bible word for it. The virgin shall be with child. That was the sign. That was the evidence. When Mary told Miriam, however you want to call it, Miriam is a Jewish name. When Mary told the people that was the priest should have known, because they had to know the Bible. They had to know the law. The Old Testament, they knew it. When Mary announced and told everybody that she was pregnant and she had never been with a man, those priests and the religious people of the time should have known this was the prophecy being fulfilled. Because it's right there in Isaiah 7:14. The virgin shall be with a child. That was the sign. Amen. I just had to sneak that in, people. I want you to know. I want everybody to be enlightened. I don't want nobody to be in ignorance. I don't want to be in ignorance, and I don't want nobody else in ignorance. We need to glean the word and look at it and go through it with a fine-tooth comb and get all these truths. That way we know we are dealing with the infinite power of God that's able to perform anything that we can even think of, and then some. God is God, people, and he can do miraculous things. Things go way above our head. We can't understand and figure out all the ways of God. The only thing we can do is read his word, study his word, and see what he has done for others, he'll do for you. And don't worry about all this stuff that's going on. Man going to be man until the end. Some people you are not going to be able to convince regardless of what you say or do. Some people that's going to keep on. You know what? We just keep on dipping and dabbing out in and out of things. You know what I'm saying, people? We need to stop playing with ourselves because we're not playing with God. And we just keep on saying, you know, we keep on talking about we love God whom we have not seen. But then we going around, we ain't speaking and to people that we do see every day. And we hate people that we see every day. But then you say you love God whom you've not seen. The Bible calls you a lie. And the truth ain't in you. So in other words, remember, Jesus was born of a virgin. The Virgin Mary or Miriam, using the Hebrew name, came into this dark world to save sinners. So this is why I tell people, don't throw people to hell so quick. Because Jesus came to die for sinners. Like you and like me. Like you and like me. And there is no value. God has no respect of person. Like some of us. And that just tell the truth, people. We got respect. All of us, to a degree, got respect. Because remember, I tell people all the time, I can't treat everybody the same. I can't do it. I don't know about you, but I can't. But I can treat everybody right. That's the point. I can treat all of you right, but I don't treat nobody the same. And neither does you. Nobody else does the same thing. You don't treat everybody the same. I hear people say it all the time, and it's to make my flesh crawl, because I know you can't treat everybody the same, and you do not treat everybody the same. You do not. I mean, hey, women, you that married, do you cook breakfast for your neighbor's husband? No. No, so you're not doing them the same. If you're going to do it the same, you go there and cook your breakfast too. No, you don't do that. Women, do you sleep with your neighbors? Well, I mean, I don't want to go too far with that, because some of them we all do. I'm just saying, but in the natural and by right, you don't go sleep with your neighbor's husband every night. You sleep with your own husband if you got one. No, you don't treat everybody the same. So you can treat everybody right, but you cannot treat everybody the same. I have stressed and taught this here as long as I can remember. And I've been teaching Sunday school ever since I was, oh God. I was teaching Sunday school when my Sunday school teacher was alive, and I was in her class, and Miss Sister Foster, we call her Miss Ruby Foster. I call her my mama too, just like her daughter. I see her daughter now, and sometimes we talk a lot with Eunice. And I'll tell you, I was crazy about Mother Foster. That's what I call her. And she taught me Sunday school. I was in her class all through my younger days coming up at Antioch. But even then, I was teaching. She had me to teach the class on some Sunday mornings and everything. So people I've been trying to teach, I've been teaching a little bit better over 40-some odd years, really. I mean, that's just been a part of my lifestyle and my way. But at any rate, I don't mean to get off on that. That's beside the point. But what I'm trying to say is, we don't treat everybody the same. We treat everybody right. That's what we need. That's what our goal and aim should be, to treat people right, regardless of whether they treat you. Because like I told you, really, rarely, people that you do the most for, they're going to give you their butt to kiss. Rarely. It's other people that God will make. In other words, what you do, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. Even if and most of the time it's going to come from other sources. It may not come from the one that you've done it for. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. That is the golden rule. That is the golden rule. In other words, this is man. To the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. Hopefully tomorrow I will be receiving my Vonage device, and I can do a make-up Bible study on Blog Talk Radio. I done missed quite a bit of it now, so I need to get back to it. This is man. To the next time, peace and good night.